Hello and welcome to Wellness Lady Live TV. I'm Carla Clayton, your host. I am the owner of Wellness Lady, and I help busy professionals create a healthier life, home, and business one step at a time. And today I have with me Pam Parry of Em-pow-Her, and she is my guest today, and we're going to have a great show.
Yes, thank you for inviting me.
You're so
I'm
welcome.
So excited to be here. Carla.
Great. So before we dive into your story, which I'm
Yes.
so excited to do, would you tell us a little bit, what does wellness mean to you?
Well, on top of the physical wellness, we're nourishing your body with healthy foods and moving your body. I believe it's also emotional wellness, spiritual wellness, and mental wellness. And that's where I can come in and help so much with clients that need to change habits.
Awesome. And it's a new year, so this is a great time
Absolutely.
to be focusing on those new habits.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little bit about, first of all, wait, before I say that, how did we meet?
We met. I was a guest. I was checking out KMA, the Keystone Mastermind Alliance, and met Carla. And just immediately I was like, I want to work with her.
That's right. So we had a connection. Yeah, we had a connection. So we met for coffee at this really cute coffee shop in Gulfport called Gulfport. Really cute place. Check it out if you're local. And so we were having this conversation, and I thought, I really want to have you come on the show because you work in an area that could be very beneficial for my clients and for people that follow me. So, and that's working in that area of mindset.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
So I want to talk a little bit and give you a chance to tell us like the name of your business and, you know, who do you work with? Who do you serve?
Okay. So my business is Em-pow-Her, and I help people release limiting beliefs, habits, fears, negative mindsets that no longer serve them so that they can move forward and have a more healthy, happy life. It's just about recreating neural pathways in your mind so that you make the healthier choices and have a happier life.
Awesome. So tell me, like, who are like the clients that you're most likely to work with? What are some, who do you like to work with?
I love working with women that maybe are feeling stuck. They want something more in their life, but something is holding them back. Maybe it's self-doubts, things like that. We all have a little bit of that. We get scared, but you push through it with excitement. But really anyone that just is feeling like they're not quite where they want to be and just need a little help in changing their habits and mindset. Yeah.
So what does that look like? Like if you were going to work with me, and let's say that I struggle with healthy eating habits, like let's just give an example. One of my struggles would be sweets. I mean, I really enjoy, sweet treats.
Right. So what we do use hypnosis, and it's not the blackout, the sleep, the crazy mind control that you see on most media and in movies.
I'm glad you mentioned that because that when I hear the word hypnotherapy, I get a little bit spooked. Yeah. I mean, I have to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But yet I work a lot in the area for myself of the area of mindset and affirmations and overcoming these types of things. But right. I have not ever like formally used hypnosis. So yeah, address my concerns there.
Okay. Well, when you do affirmations, you're working with your conscious mind. And so it doesn't, I mean, you could say it 20 times a day for 20 years and it may never make that difference. But when you slow the brain waves down through progressive relaxation, and that's all it is. Grace Smith is my teacher and mentor, and her definition of hypnosis is meditation with a goal. That's all we're doing is we're calming down the mind and the body. You'll get very relaxed. And once we get you into that theta brainwave state, basically what we're doing is we're then just changing our thoughts and putting in positive, we call them hypno affirmations. So to stop craving sugar. So we might kind of talk about how sugar is poison in the body and it
Mhm.
creates disease, and
Mhm.
that this is one time when you quit sugar that you almost want that negative averse reaction. So you
Right.
think about possibly what is attracted to sugar? Bugs. So you think, ooh, bugs like sugar, flies like sugar.
Mhm.
So things that give you that, ooh, I don't want sugar, and it
Mhm.
causes disease. So
Mhm. Mhm.
that's one of the rare where you use sort of the adverse
Right.
reaction,
Right.
but can be very powerful when you're in that very relaxed. And then you come out of it, and you may find yourself as you go through the day, because it's kind of retroactive.
Mhm.
You come out of hypnosis or the meditation very relaxed.
Mhm.
And then as you go through your day, you may go in the kitchen to have a little snack, and you see something sweet and you go, oh no, I don't want that. And then you'll catch yourself and you go, it is working already. But I also teach you self-hypnosis, because to change that habit, you have to be invested. You have to
Right.
want the outcome.
Right.
We always say that on a scale of 1 to 10, it has to be at least a 7, or you're wasting your time and your money, because unless you are really invested in
Mhm.
changing that habit,
Mhm.
you're not going to have as great an outcome. So you really want it to be a 7 or above. And then I teach you self-hypnosis so
Mhm.
that you can practice. In fact, when it's something to do with eating and changing those habits, I would recommend doing it right before every meal. So you
Mm.
practice that self-hypnosis, you kind of get yourself into that relaxed state, and you're more aware, and you do your little hypno affirmations, you come out, and then you eat, and you'll probably find that you're eating more mindfully. You're much more cautious about what you put into your mouth and into your body.
Mhm.
If you needed it for motivation to start exercising more, we could do that. It's amazing what we can do. We can change so many things. And what's great about hypnosis or hypnotherapy is that it only takes on average 6 sessions for a 93% improvement. So it's
Wow.
effective and efficient.
Wow. Talk to me a little bit about, like, on the business side, business mindset. So let's say in my business, one of the things that I struggle with, I mean, I'm telling you guys all my stuff I struggle with, is I struggle with, like, making those follow-up phone calls, those phone calls that I just start playing all these tapes in my mind, like I'm going to bother them, or they don't want to hear from me, or, they think I just want to sell them. I mean, I just start all these stories, and then I don't pick up the phone and call people. Of course, when I do, people are like, oh, I'm so glad you called.
Right.
It's good to hear from you. So tell me, kind of walk me through how what you do would help with our businesses.
Okay, so what I could do there is, once we get you down and comfortable and relaxed, is then we could talk about how when I call my clients, I am delivering great news and health to them. I am sharing with them how to make their lives better. And so that we'd start planting in those news, so that you became excited to pick up the phone, instead of, I'm the same way, making that phone call, you feel like, oh, I'm bothering them. But when you look at it like, I am here to help this person and make their life better. And the sooner I can connect with them and share this wonderful news, the sooner their life is going to be even better.
Right.
So
yeah, and it's true, because when I hear from my clients and they tell me the success that they've had and how much it's been truly life transformation that they've had in working with me, then I mean, it feels really good. But I have these stories in my head. I had a mentor one time, and she talked about how when we are growing up, we get programmed, with a lot of messages and things like that we pick up from, school and our family, and just our different things that we've been around. But what we do is, it's like we keep putting the VCR tape in, and we keep playing those stories to ourselves over and over.
Absolutely.
And she says, why don't we take that tape out and put in a new tape? And it sounds like that's what you can help us do.
Exactly. Because from basically birth till age 7, we are like little sponges. We are just picking up everything that we see and hear around us. And what's wonderful is that with the neuroplasticity, your brain can grow and change. And so basically, we're going to tear up those old 4-lane highways of the bad habits, and we're going to create a new road. Basically, the first time we're maybe laying down petals, and then we're putting some gravel, and then maybe we're going to pave it. So as we practice our hypnosis and meet on a weekly basis to help you move forward, you'll find it becomes easier and easier.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
before we go any further, I know we have a lot
Yes.
more to talk about because that's just one area of your business that you have. Is how can people find you on social media?
Yes, Facebook. I am at. You can search em-pow-her, Empower, or it's at empow.her.ing, or Instagram is m.pow.her also. Yeah.
And I'll put those in the show notes, those
Perfect.
links, so that they can find you and, kind of find out a little bit more about what you do, and
wonderful.
And, maybe even hire you to help them
get
through some of these, whether it's a health goal, a relationship goal, a business goal, a work goal.
Motivation, habits, whatever.
Right. Awesome. Great way to start the new year. So tell us about some other things that you do in your business, how you help people.
So we also, I also sell Young Living essential oils. And some of my favorite ways, I know you talk about starting the day. So each day I take a walk in the morning, and then I wake up with Grace, again, Grace Smith TV on Instagram. And she is my teacher, mentor, and she does a little morning. We exercise our conscious mind, and then we also condition our subconscious with a quick little hypnosis session. But I love to do warm water with a little bit. This is our lemon vitality, which you can put a couple drops in warm water, and it's great to rehydrate and cleanse your system. So that's great. Also, the power of smell is something that'll take you back to a memory immediately.
Right.
So it's so important. Like at nighttime, I mix a little bit of lavender with frankincense. The lavender is the calming, peaceful. Frankincense is very grounding. It can be uplifting if you use it during the day, but I love to mix it with the lavender. It's very grounding at night and helps me sleep. This morning, I added a little bit of the thieves oil. And this one is so cool because back when the bubonic plague was taking over and killing thousands of people, these thieves would rob the bodies of those who had passed away, but to protect themselves, they would rub the leaves of certain plants on them to protect them from catching the plague themselves. And so things like clove and rosemary are in the thieves extract. So this morning I put a little drop of this in there too, because I felt like I was maybe getting a little scratchy throat, probably with the change in the weather.
Right.
And the Vitality line is ingestible. So like when in the morning I brush my teeth and then I put a drop of peppermint under my tongue, so it gives me fresh breath. But peppermint is also great for clients that want to lose weight because it helps to suppress the appetite.
Ooh,
so another little hint there. Yeah.
I know it's also, when I was a school teacher, I did a lot of brain-based learning and things in my classroom, and peppermint really opens up the mind as well.
Gives you clarity. Yes. In fact, when they're testing, a lot of times the kids will get the little Starlight mint to kind of help.
That's what we did. Yes. You brought along a diffuser. Do you want to share that with us? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. So this is a new one that was came out during the holidays, and it's a great little mini one. What is important about the diffuser, you need to know, is that it's got to have the little ultrasonic plate in the bottom.
Okay.
Because that's what breaks up, because oil and water don't mix. So when you put your water in and then you put the drops of whatever oil you want to diffuse, you've got to have something that will break up the oil into small enough little molecules that it can diffuse in the mist. And so you've really got to have a good ultrasonic. Otherwise, you may smell the oil that's sitting on the water, but the diffuser may not actually be putting it out into the air if it's not a good ultrasonic. So this is a great little one. It's kind of a nice little mini travel size. So I just brought that along.
Thank you.
But yeah.
Awesome. So do you have any other advice or tips that you might want to share?
Sometimes it's as simple as when you're in a moment where maybe you're having a craving or you are finding yourself falling into an old habit. Sometimes if you just sort of take a deep breath and then blow it out, count to 3, and just sort of stop and examine what is it that's either got you maybe stressed out, anxious, craving something, going to the food cabinet when you know you're not hungry, grabbing something sweet when you really don't want it. If you just take that moment to step back and examine, maybe what's causing that can help you from going through it. we can help with weight loss. Smoking cessation, that's a great one to stop. When you're reaching for that cigarette, stop, take a deep inhale. What's making me crave this?
Mm-hmm. And you have really good success rates with these types of habits.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
And like I said, 6 sessions, and
that's good to know, because like a lot, you think of traditional therapy, you think about, you have to do this for years. So,
psychoanalysis is, they've done studies. In fact, it's been written up in magazines that psychoanalysis takes 600 sessions for only a 37% increase, whereas we can knock it out in 6 sessions with a 93% improvement.
That's
so
great.
I know.
Good stats.
I know.
Good stats. All right. So be sure to check out the show notes below, because we want to make sure you go follow her and get some more tips along the way. But I do want to thank you so much, Pam, for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me, Carla. It's been a pleasure meeting you and spending this time together.
Yes. And I look forward to spending more time with you, learning more about this, and maybe doing some of these sessions.
Sure.
To help me with some of my things. So I want to thank you, our audience, for tuning in today, for spending a little bit of time to learn how you can have a new year with some new habits. I'd love to hear from you. Please leave some comments below. Like or heart our show. Be sure, if you found value in this, to share it with others so that they can also get these same tips. And don't forget to like my channel and subscribe to my YouTube at Wellness Lady. And if you like my Facebook page, you won't miss any episodes. So be sure to do that. And visit my website, wellnesslady.com. And I will see you next week for another episode of Wellness Lady Live TV.